This is the Flying Hammer Bro loadout for the Reaver.
Bonk!
Anyway, this sort of lookiness is thematic to the video, and in a minute you'll see something rather ridiculous, to be honest, but hey, I'm not going to spoil that. So what's the Flying Hammer Bro loadout all about? Well, it's combining the high-speed racer chassis, afterburner fuel tanks, and the air hammer on the Reaver, with the air hammer fully maxed on the ammo count, on the magazine size even, and with the defensive slot of fire suppression just for a bit of survivability when you get hit by a missile or something like that. But this loadout is all about going for some kills on the ground. Then once air starts to lock onto you, anti-ground, things like that, you pelt it out of there. You try and dodge, dip, dive, and just generally sort of speed your way out of there like Speedy Gonzalez. And now this is a ridiculous part coming up, so I'm going to be quiet. Watch this. Yeah, that's one way to dodge lock-ons. I don't know how it happened, and the reason I was an infiltrator in this occasion was just because I don't know. I just sort of picked up a Reaver as I was an infiltrator in the biolab, but somehow I survived. I survived that jump. Anyway, back to the loadout. That was a mistake actually, just there when I tried to tap that tank and this heavy. I should have died really. Either of them could have easily dumbfired me or hit me with a rocket shell. But anyway, this loadout's quite a scavenging loadout. What I mean is that if you see somebody burning, or like an aircraft, or you see a tank burning, you can dip in very quickly and finish them off and then escape again out of any danger. And I think it's important to note that the air hammer's quite bad when you start doing the hover maneuver. So it's always the reason you want the speed and to be able to run away is because you want to sort of either use the speed to sneak up on somebody and get a full clip into them, and this works especially well on size because they're bigger. They've got a bigger surface area, so if you attack them from the top, it's actually quite easy to get a full clip on them. But basically, you either want to get on them really fast and hopefully get a whole clip on them and blow them up, or get them to almost smoking and then keep charging at them, because your problem is going to be always closing that distance between you and them, and you kind of need the speed for that rather than the hover maneuver to the hoverability for like the hover maneuver and sort of finite. I mean, it's harder to kill infantry, but it's important to be able to get in and out really quickly with this loadout. Also, with the racer chassis and the afterburner tanks, it's quite easy to outrun enemy ESFs if you've got a bit of cover like a biolab or a tech plant or something to fly underneath. It'll be quite hard for them to follow you properly. And to be honest, I love flying really low to the ground in Ezmir. I do feel like a snowspeeder off Star Wars. I don't know. That's always how I feel when I'm flying really low and like just bobbing slightly above the ground, and then you go over like a cliff face. I don't know. I always get nostalgic and like get a fuzzy feeling in my spine whenever I'm going over Ezmir. And that's why sometimes I like taking off the thermal sight, because it is a lot more beautiful when you take that off. But hey ho, you sort of need it for this loadout. And when it comes to infantry, it's all about getting 1 or 2 kills in the clip and then quickly ducking behind a mountain and then coming back round again and just speeding around. It works quite well. I quite enjoy it. And if we've seen anything, the air hammer is pretty effective, because obviously the Server Smash seems to have been, well, not decided by the air hammers, but they've been shown to be extremely formidable on the Miller side, which ended in a Miller victory last night. So congratulations to the Europeans and Miller, #1 champions. So anyway, I suggest playing with the air hammer. It's fun. So try out the Flying Air Hammer Bro. And yeah, this is the ending. It didn't go so lucky in the end. Bam. I probably could have saved myself there, but I just decided not to. I don't know why. It just sort of failed. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a bit different. I tried to do like a commentary over it whilst I was watching the video. I don't know if it really worked or not, but I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments, and with likes and dislikes and whatnot. Until next time, everybody, Joshino.